Today we have this very large package from Music Korea to unbox. There should be 6 albums in here, and I'm going to split it into 2 different videos so that neither one gets too outrageously long. The album that we're going to be taking a look at today is TAEMIN's Want. SHINee is one of my ultimate bias groups, so I do collect the majority of their albums. There are a few releases I don't have, like their Japanese singles or some of their more recent Japanese solo releases, but other than that, I have one version of every solo album, and usually both versions of the group albums. This is the first time I've ever bought multiple versions of a SHINee solo album. This is the Want version, and this is the More version. I haven't seen any unboxings, so I don't really know what the difference is between the two concepts yet. It has 7 songs, and they're all really, really good, even though one of them is an outro, and I wish it was longer because it's so pretty. But they are the title track, Want, Artistic Groove, which has been stuck in my head pretty much since the album came out, Shadow, Truth, Never Forever, Monologue, and then the Want outro. And they're all really good. It's a really solid mini album, and I highly recommend giving it a listen. It hasn't been out long enough for me to say for sure, but I think this could end up being one of my favorite TAEMIN albums, if not my favorite TAEMIN album, possibly. Although, I don't know, Move is a really good album as well. We're going to take a look at the Want version first. On the cover, we have a black and white picture of TAEMIN with his face obscured, very artistic. And then at the bottom, it says TAEMIN Mini Album 2. And it's got Want embossed on the right-hand lower corner. It's also on the spine. Again, it's essentially the same packaging as SHINee's other Korean solo releases, and I really, really love that they have kept that consistent throughout all of those albums. It's really a nice way to tie it back to the SHINee group, even with it not being a group album. And I think it's really neat how this part of the design... Oh! I was going to say how it extends like a sticker, but then I touched it, and it actually is just a sticker stuck on there. That's kind of cool. So inside, right away, I'm thinking it was probably a good idea that I got both versions, because I'm not typically a big fan of black and white photo books unless they do something really cool design-wise, and this looks really cool design-wise to me. I don't know if this is going to be a whole black and white photo book or not, just these first 2 pictures are, but even if it is, if it keeps this aesthetic, I really, really like this aesthetic. And then the CD is just a plain CD, like it doesn't have anything on top of the CD disc, and it has, I'm going to assume these are lyrics or a translation of lyrics from the title track. It says, "We'll leave you wanting more, thirsting for more," and it just repeats that, and that's the same thing that's written on the More version album cover. And then we have a really cool black and white picture of TAEMIN, as well as that same black and yellow tape design from the cover. Want, TAEMIN. Okay, so it's not an all black and white photo book. We do have some color pictures as well. We have the track list again. We have the lyrics for Want. Oh my gosh. So, one of my favorite things about SM albums is that they will have written in the credits what the original title for the song was, if it was originally written in English. The original title of TAEMIN's Want was Sex Flow. That's your fun fact of the day. Oh my word. Like, I can't even begin to imagine what that demo sounded like. I'm not sure I want to know what that demo sounded like. I think we have a new contender for most inappropriate demo title, along with EXO's Call Me Daddy. We had lyrics for Artistic Groove, which was originally titled Still Cool. Oh, I don't think I've seen any pictures with this concept. I like it. It's very soft. I love TAEMIN's hair this era. It's like longer than it has been lately. Of course, he had the really long hair back in Lucifer, but I always like when idols have longer hair. It's just always neat to me. Except when it's a mullet. We don't talk about mullets. Oh, and here we have the bonus items. So you get a random, I think it's random. Yeah, you get a random standee. I think there's 2 different ones per version. And this is the one that I got. And this is the photo card design that I got. Again, I think it's 2 per version. And of course, your usual SM advertisement. Yeah, I really like this photo book. TAEMIN looks amazing in leopard print. Oh, and there's a pomegranate next to him. I know this is like completely a coincidence, but my 3 ultimate groups that are active at the moment are SHINee, Monsta X, and Luna. Well, Luna have a bit of a fruit theme with their concept, with apples and pomegranates coming into play. Monsta X's new album has some apples in their concept, and now we have TAEMIN with a pomegranate. Like, I know it's complete coincidence, but I love when my favorite groups' concepts overlap like that. It's the little things that I really appreciate. And then we have the lyrics for Shadow, which was originally titled I Need a Hero. This was one of the teaser photos, and I really like this one. Yeah, every single concept for this album I just really, really like. It's very aesthetically pleasing. We have the lyrics for Truth, which was originally called The Truth. Not very different. Here we have his incredible one sparkly glove look. Very Michael Jackson-esque. A lot of this concept feels very Michael Jackson-esque to me, which makes sense as TAEMIN is inspired by him. We had lyrics for Never Forever, which was originally called Are We Together? This is such a soft, well, I say soft because he's in a white t-shirt and jeans, but that's not a very soft expression. But it's always kind of neat to see idols wearing more casual clothes like that. He is so freaking pretty. I can't. Then we have Monologue, which was originally titled Walk With Me. Again, every single concept in this album is just freaking stunning. Lee Taemin, how are you a real human being? The outro doesn't have any lyrics. It's kind of, well, it's not totally instrumental because Taemin does vocalize over it, but there aren't any words. But it says at the bottom it was originally titled Over You. So does that mean that there's like a full version? Does that mean the demo was a full song and they cut it down to an intro? Because if that's the case, SM, give us the full song. And we still have a good chunk of pages to go. I was expecting it to be almost over. So this is more of the music video concept. Which, again, the music video is just incredibly gorgeous. Everything about this comeback is just amazing. I love it. We have the credits, and that is the end of the Want version. So now I have the More version, which personally I kind of like this cover a little bit more. They're both really cool covers, but I don't know, just the red and the black stands out more to me personally. And it again has that line, "Will leave you wanting more, thirsting for more," repeated on the cover. On the spine, we have the title embossed in red this time. We have a photo of TAEMIN on the back, along with the track list once again. The disc is pretty much the same design as the Want version, just with the text in red rather than black. It looks like we might be seeing the same concepts, just different pictures from them. We have the track listing again. That picture was actually in the other version. I hope it's not going to be a bunch of repeat pictures the one time I buy a second version. Here's the lyrics for Want. Okay, no, these are different pictures, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, okay, they are different pictures. There's just like, there might be a couple repeats of like the teaser pictures. I was about to say, don't be cheap with SHINee. But yeah, this does appear to be the same concepts in both versions, just different pictures from those concepts. Which is both good and bad. I personally think I prefer it a little bit better when different versions have distinctive concepts. But I also understand, like, if you can only afford one album or you only want to buy one version, in those cases it's more fair to distribute the concepts evenly. That way, whichever version you get, you're going to get all of the concepts. You're not really missing out that much. Does that make sense? I am still glad I bought both, for sure. Number one, to support TAEMIN. Number two, because I love all of these aesthetics very, very much. And third, because if I had picked based on cover alone, I would have picked this one. But I actually think I prefer the photo book for the other version. Which is funny how that works out. Okay, so the standees aren't specific to the version because I got the same one in both of them. So that is good to know. And I got this version of the photo card. And I'm not too particular with my SHINee solo photo cards. I just keep whichever ones I pull. That is a beautiful picture. And yeah, that one was in the other photo book too. So there is some overlap in the pictures as well. But not too much. Like, I've got albums before where there was a difference of maybe 6 pictures and the rest of the photo book was the same. And I'm like, that's such a waste. There was no need to make this 2 different versions. That is a beautiful picture. And we have the outro. I don't remember seeing this concept in the other version. Ugh, he's so pretty. Why is he so pretty? I'm not sure which poster corresponds to which version of the album, but this is one of the posters, and this is the other poster. That's it for today's unboxing. I hope you enjoyed. If you'd like to see more unboxings or K-pop hauls like this one, you can check out the other videos on my channel. And if you like what you see, feel free to subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time.